Okay, so a man who needs little introduction, as you've already seen him on the panel. We get to hear about Champ Association in some detail. Please welcome to the stage, Tyler Doussan.
Been waiting 5 years for this. I'm so excited. I hope y'all aren't tired of hearing me talk, because I'm about to do a lot more of it. So, my name's Tyler Doussan. I'm the CTO, CEO of Champ Association. Spent 3 years developing the tokenomics of basically how the protocols and economics work at the whole Champ Association. And so, let's get right into it. On the right, you'll see myself, Tyler, and then on the left, you'll see Bergen Jansuna. That's my business partner. We met 5 years ago. I was subcontracting for numerous Web3 projects. I was working in the space, helping them develop their product platforms, and that's whenever we said, let's come up with our own project, and the rest is history. And our tech team, Forsoft, they're at the table. If y'all want to go talk to them and have a conversation with them, get introduced, by all means, go meet them. They're a great team. They've basically taken all of our concepts that we've created over the last 5 years and turned them into an MVP since November. They've done a phenomenal job, and I'm just really excited to show you all the progress that we've made. So our flagship subsidiary is Crypto Champagne, and before I explain the subsidiaries, let me tell you the basis of Champ Association. We're a holding company based out of Estonia, and we seek to have multiple subsidiaries be owned underneath that holding company that launch Phygital products that reward the cryptocurrency displayed, along with NFTs that allow you to play our flagship Metaverses and other Metaverses attached to those subsidiaries. Now, you're probably wondering, what in the heck is a Phygital product? It's literally physical combined with digital, hence Phygital. And plain and simply, the way that Crypto Champagne works, our rare bottles, they're 600 euros, which might sound like quite a lot, but you get a lot for that. You get a rebate of 250 euros worth of cryptocurrency, 50 euros worth of the cryptocurrency displayed on the bottle, 200 euros worth of our Vineyard token, which is how our token enters circulation. We're doing an IBO, an initial bottle offering. It's the first of its kind, and we're literally the first company to ever introduce a token through a physical product. So we're really proud of that, and we're proud that we're an Elysium project, because we're not going to go to other blockchains. I don't believe in spreading liquidity to other chains, because what if that chain fails? Yes, we're representing all these other blockchains and projects because they're the best in the space, and we want to teach the world about them. But we're not going to build strictly on them. So moving forward, I want to briefly go over the halving protocol. Y'all probably noticed my shirt, Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin. It's the OG. Bitcoin inspired the halving protocol. So basically, long story short, we have 20,000 bottles available in the first bottle threshold sale, 1,000 rare bottles, 250 exotic of each brand. And once those bottles sell out, the amount of Vineyard attached to that 200 euro rebate gets reduced by half. So through the natural appreciation of our product demand, the token appreciation increases. And it's really unique because there's not going to be any supply available for people who can't get the bottles. So make sure you get the NFTs to where you can get in the whitelist round to get the bottles first, because after we get all this acceleration from Elysium and our network that we've been building, it's going to be quickly selling out the NFTs and the bottles, because you're about to figure out why our token's so important. So these are the utility distribution protocols behind all of our Phygital products, starting off Crypto Champagne. If you look down the actual table, you'll see that we have multi-faucets, in a sense. Now, specifically, the multi-faucet utility nodes are a way to where people lock our Vineyard token alongside a Vineyard PYR LP token. So 25% of our soft lock liquidity will always be in PYR. So there's always going to be a lot of peer locked up to where people can obtain a portion of these rewards. And the reason why we call it a multi-faucet utility node is because you hold one node to earn all the currencies represented in our network. Because whenever you see a non-crypto bottle be bought, 5 euros will go towards buying Bitcoin if it was a Bitcoin bottle. And that 5 euros will be equally distributed between the node holders. Hence, hold one node to obtain all. And now let's talk about the Tycoon Metaverses. So the Tycoon Metaverses, I know I said we're the first to do certain things, but this is another one. We're the first to come out with a metaverse that allows you to do product manufacturing. So I don't know if you're familiar with Fish Tycoon or Farmville or any sort of metaverse that allows you to adopt a vocation and become a manufacturer in that industry. Well, simply put, that's exactly what we're doing. We're giving people champagne products that give them specific characters, such as the Bitcoin bottle that gives a botanist character. So you can grow florals, vegetables, fruits, which can be combined with other commodities in the metaverse to make a champagne product. So in essence, you collect the champagne bottles to collect the NFTs required to play the game, to make all the different commodities, and essentially build towards making a white labeled product of your own. You won't have to lift a finger if you win the competition at the end of the year, too. We'll cover all of it. And here we're going to have a little video. You're not going to hear me. Well, it's going to be my voice again, but.
To give a better understanding of how our Tycoon Metaverse template functions, we created a demo room that allows players to see how they will be able to grow crops of their own to eventually build towards white labeling their own cuvee and have it mass produced by our champagne house. First and foremost, you need to grab a watering can. After you have the watering can, you could start watering the crop, and if the crop has fertilizer, you will notice that it will grow quicker. The brown bar represents the fertilizer, while the green bar represents how long it will take until it is at full maturation, which is when you will be able to harvest the actual crop. While that's growing, let's introduce the Battle Pass functionality that we will have later whenever the game further develops. Battle Pass is another term for players who pay a monthly fee to get certain perks, for those of you who don't know what Battle Pass means. So plain and simple, we have a sprinkler, and that will allow players to always ensure that their crops are being watered. As you can see, we now are able to harvest this Arbane grape because it was almost at the full maturation and the sprinkler allowed it to get to the full maturation. So we harvest that. Likewise, the broccoli was done growing so we can harvest it. And here we'll give a demonstration of how a character can essentially grow their own crops. You place the seeds, then you water it, and notice how the maturation is a lot slower than how the broccoli was. That's because there's no fertilizer on the plant. So we could go pick up some fertilizer. And now you'll notice that the green bar will grow faster because it's fertilized. Another Battle Pass feature that we'll offer within Vineyard Vocations to allow people to harvest at night are solar panels that collect electricity during the day and activate a light at night. This way, basically, the farmer will be able to grow 24/7 for a certain crop. We have other features too that we're going to be implementing, such as seasons to control which type of crops can be grown, and also a plant cure, because one of the future ideas is that the landowner is going to have to defend their plot from incoming enemies such as zombies or maybe even vulcanites that are damaging crops that need to be cured later. And we'll introduce characters that can defend the plots as well, which we might even allow vulcanites to be defenders. Here you can see all the different types of crops that we're going to be having in our game to allow you to make different types of taste, fragrances, and all sorts of different spins on the cuvées themselves. Because just like the different wood types, the different types of florals and fermentation ingredients that you utilize to make the champagne will determine how it tastes after 1 to 2 years of stipending. And lastly, we have trees that will be implemented to where players will be able to harvest fruit off of the trees. But that is a quick rundown on how players will essentially be able to collect certain items within the metaverse, use them to craft commodities, then merge those commodities into products, and then create actual products in the real world by paying our champagne house a service fee to create their digital blend in the real world. Now that you understand how our Tycoon Metaverses will enable players to build towards white labeling Phygital products of their own to be sold by our subsidiaries, let's talk about how consumers will obtain the NFTs and cryptocurrency from Phygital products purchased through our marketplace such as Crypto Champagne. After you log into the platform, which will simply look like this, log in or register. Oh, by the way, we have a light and dark mode. You can click the marketplace twice to see the overview of the marketplaces. We're starting off with the Champagne marketplace, but we will eventually introduce our gaming marketplace and Phygital collectible marketplace for future subsidiaries that will launch as well. Continuing on though, you can go through here, buy bottles, or you can go through the bottle inventory page just to get a different type of view, to click on the non-crypto bottles specifically that don't have any cryptocurrency or NFTs attached. It's just for enjoying the cuvee. Or go directly to the common, rare, or exotic crypto bottle inventory, which all have different perks. Now here we are at the Champagne marketplace. I clicked on the common, so you're going to see all the common products available. And right now we have the marketplace set up to where it's default images. You'll see that it's the same images for common, same images for rare, exotic, and non-crypto bottles. That's going to change to where you will see the respective brand displayed with that actual product whenever you click on that certain inventory. For example, you'll see the Bitcoin bottle on this page for the non-crypto inventory. But very plain and simple, you'll be able to navigate through the different types. And one thing that's really cool about the exotic bottles is that it offers the opportunity for an all-expense paid trip. So a few lucky people who purchase the limited exotic bundles will get an all-expense paid trip to France. You can find out more about that later though, because that's going to be a much longer discussion. But people will be able to eventually filter the marketplace based upon the cuvées that they want. We're starting off with St. Charles cuvée. That's our cuvée that we own with our Champagne house. But we'll eventually introduce St. Doussan, St. Doussan, and any other cuvées that are created by players that win the end of the year Vintner competition. Because remember, Vineyard Vocations, the primary goal of that is to get players to create their own cuvée in the game and have it made in the real world. Whoever wins that competition at the end of the year, will sponsor them to have their cuvée mass produced. They'll earn royalties from it, and so will our node holders. But there's other filters such as the dosage and the brands that we have to offer, to where you could go specifically to a brand if you want that brand. But that's enough on the marketplace page. Let's talk about the actual account activity. So whenever you log in to your account, you'll be able to edit the profile and other details. What you're looking at right here is actually hidden information. It's on our Figma. But with that being said, this is what people can expect to see. After they purchase a bottle, they'll see that NFTs are held in reserve for them to claim. Likewise, they'll see that cryptocurrency is held in reserve for them to claim, if they don't already have a wallet attached. So basically, we will escrow all cryptocurrency and NFTs and hold them on behalf of the user who's purchasing that Phygital product until they come here and connect their wallet. But that's enough for this video. It's a good overview on what we're building towards and what people can expect to see from us in the near future.
Thank you. And this leads into the next point, which I'm really excited about. Imagine eBay on the blockchain. So we've already set it up with our ForSoft tech team to where we can automatically award cryptocurrency and NFTs easily with the purchase of our Phygital products. Now, what if you always wanted to create a Phygital company of your own, but you just didn't know where to start? You didn't want to spend the 5 years doing it, or all the money and time. No worries, we got you covered. Eventually, on the second version of our marketplace, we're going to have a secondary Phygital auction button. So in essence, you'll be able to click that button. It'll read the wallets that are connected to your account, and it will scan the blockchain, all the different blockchains, because we support people to hold assets on multiple blockchains. So once it sees all their wallets, they could determine if they want to attach Bitcoin, Peer, Ethereum, or any other type of token that we support to the Phygital product that they're trying to sell on their account. And it's going to be very similar to eBay. If people report that the person did not deliver the actual physical good, then they're going to get kicked off of our marketplace, and we will try to recoup those funds for the user some sort of way, but it's always not a guarantee, just like eBay. But that's what's going to give people a credit ranking, in a sense, on our platform to where they will be accredited secondary sellers. So if you've ever wanted to create phygital products of your own, know that it's going to be coming soon on Elysium, and we're going to offer people packages such as NFC chips and stickers that they could stick on the phygital products, sew inside of the collar or the shoe, whatever product you want to make. So we really wanted to show everybody those plans. We were thinking about keeping it quiet, but why not? Now, this next video is going to explain how we intend to leverage the land that we own within partnered metaverses to sell phygital products to their community members with ease. So basically, we're going to put a digital environment inside of metaverses that allow people to buy our products online through the digital environment. And I spent 4 months building the inside of this phygital interior in Unreal Engine. I do a bunch of different developments, but yeah.
Now that you understand how our Phygital marketplace functions, along with our flagship Metaverse Vineyard Vocations, you're probably wondering, how will Champ Association and winners of the end of the year Vintner competition easily sell their cuvées to other community members of partners within our partnership matrix? Well, plain and simple, we've developed multiple different digital environments. This is the first one that allows people to easily see all the brands we represent, the phygital products, and learn about champagne creation along the way. Such as over here, we have an NPC that will essentially explain to players about the different bottle sizes that can be created. That way they understand just a little bit more about the manufacturing behind the industry. Now, if you go to our second floor, you're going to be able to see all the different barrels. This will be available for those who either decide to pay a separate service fee if they do not win the end of the year Vintner competition, or those who win the competition. If they win or pay, their cuvée will be mass produced by our champagne house. There will be barrels that get stipend for 1 to 2 years or longer, however long the creator defines. And after it's available for sale, people will be able to purchase it from our Phygital marketplace or within the Phygital storefronts that are represented within our partnership matrix metaverses. I hope this gives a clear overview as to how we will allow multiple communities to easily purchase our Phygital products, along with the Phygital products that people create within our flagship Metaverse and future subsidiary Tycoon Metaverses. Additionally, we will also have demo rooms to where people can learn how to play the game inside of the storefront. That way, if they're interested, they could easily play and purchase NFTs via bottles to get inside a Vineyard Vocation.
Now, we only have a few more slides. I'm not going to keep it for too much longer. I want to quickly explain how we provide utility to the PYR token. I mentioned it briefly in the Web3 panel, how 25% of our soft lock liquidity is always in PYR. Well, plain and simple, that's what this slide's all about. It's just to reinforce that we support the Elysium network by forcing our nodes to soft lock 25% of the liquidity in peer. So when we have millions and millions and millions of liquidity locked up, 25% is going to be in peer. And it's just going to get better from there. And if you look at the chart, you can see the different node tiers and how the percentages work, how much liquidity is required to lock. I'll leave it there for a few more seconds. And the white paper's on the table. Please make sure that you take one. There's plenty enough to go around. All right. Well, thank you all for your attention today. And I want to say a huge thank you to Jamie, VulCon4, and everybody, including Forsoft, our tech team. We couldn't have done it without them and everybody that's just been surrounding us. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of the event, and if y'all want to link up, just come meet me and we'll mingle. And that's QR code stuff.